I'll go over here. Good to go. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, we are now live streaming on YouTube. Oh, dyslexia really gets the best of me when you got it all, because it's flipped. You know how it's flipped, D? Hey,
That's
Derek. Happy hump day.
Thank you, thank you.
Wait a minute. Why is there we are now live what's that? Streaming on YouTube. I don't like that. We got it all because it's flipped. You know how it's flipped. Hey, Derek. What the heck?
Thank you, thank you.
Wait a minute. Why is there why that took you so long to do that? Y'all, every week we have an issue trying to get started, but that ain't nothing but a liar. And we know him named him the devil. Hello, Derek, hello. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
French finally released you.
Yeah.
Gave you back to us.
Yes, ma'am.
We missed you.
How was that you had the lady from BMF on here the other day.
Huh?
I see you had the lady from BMF on here the other day.
Yes, Nicole.
Yeah.
Did you catch that episode with Nicole?
Yeah, I watched it a little bit.
Okay, are you sick? You look like you're a little under the weather. No?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just
you had a birthday.
Thank you.
You still recovering from your birthday celebrations?
I ain't do nothing. I was in Orlando.
What you didn't do nothing?
I was in Orlando. I went to Disney World. That's it.
That's big. Like $300 tickets.
Yeah.
You might as well went to the club.
Yeah, you ain't never lie.
That's cool. You partied with Mickey and them.
Yeah, you know.
So did you catch last week's show?
I seen it. I watched it.
Well, we have some corrections and retractions. First of all, I said the one brother name wrong. It is Channing Tatum. I think I said Tatum Channing. So I just want to, for all you Channing Tatum fans out there, I got confused because of Tatum O'Neal. You know, the actress, but his last name is Tate. Okay, never mind. Okay, so, you know, Gotti and I had a huge debate over who began the multiple roles in movies. He wanted, or on television, because his main supporter, or he was backing, how about that, Flip Wilson, right? So after we got on the show, I was backing Spencer Williams, who is the original Amos and Andy. Now, one thing I did say, yeah, he was backing Flip. And this is Flip from when he used to play Geraldine in the Flip Wilson show.
Okay.
So I was backing Spencer Williams, because I knew it had to have been someone other than Flip Wilson to have been the first Black man to portray multiple roles in a film. So I mentioned Oscar Micheaux. Wait, I mentioned Oscar Micheaux. Oh, okay, this is Spencer, guys. This is Spencer Williams. Who's the pretty lady he's talking to? Go on, baddie. Y'all think y'all cute. We've been cute since 1930. She a cutie pie. That's Spencer. Yes, Spencer. Mac them cuties. So I was backing Spencer, but I did mention Oscar Micheaux. Do we have Oscar Micheaux? Because the winner is Oscar Micheaux. Oscar Micheaux did a movie called Body and Soul. And that's Oscar Micheaux, the chocolate guy. Oh, Nikki Micheaux. I'm gonna track down his great niece, Nikki Micheaux. She's a famous actress out here, and she's chocolate and beautiful. Yay, beat chocolate. Okay, so he did a movie called Body and Soul, and he starred Paul Robeson in it. And that was in 19, I don't have the date, 30 something. That's him again. So Body and Soul, I don't know if you guys know who Paul Robeson is, but he's like this fancy Shakespearean old school actor, and he played himself and a twin. But multiple, they call that dual, but multiple, and I don't know why I did not remember this. I was racking my brain. Rex Ingram is the first Black actor to play multiple roles in a film. Multiple meaning more than two. And he played the Lord, Adam, and Hizrael in The Green Pastures. Then he turned around and flipped it in A Cabin in the Sky and played Lucius and Lucifer Jr. So they, I believe, were the inspiration for Flip and the other men that are playing, and women who are playing multiple roles in films. So yes, I definitely wanted to let everyone know that that is Rex Ingram right there for all of you smart people who have seen Cabin in the Sky. And you even smarter people out there who know it needs to be turned into a Broadway musical or flipped into a film. Okay, keep it moving. Did you see my struggle with little Boozy? Little Bookie?
Boosie?
Little
Boosie?
Boozy.
Nah,
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Damn, it's this damn, you write it down and then it change it. What spell check? Get on my nerves. Little Boozy.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Did you see it?
No.
We tried to watch it, but sometimes it don't be coming on our TV. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I'm gonna try again this week. Maybe give it a week sometimes.
I'm gonna probably watch it tonight.
Yes, we're gonna try to watch it tonight. Okay. Now, do you watch TV, Derek?
Sometimes when I have a chance.
When you have a chance? Do you watch Netflix?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen a show called Squid Games?
No.
It's a Korean show. And it's been named the most watched show in the history of Netflix.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I don't mean to keep you up Wednesday nights. That's why we changed it so people wouldn't fall asleep. You ain't supposed to fall asleep on the damn show. Shit. At least give them a chance to fall asleep. Squid Games. Okay, so the premise is it's about all of the games that we played as kids, and they have to play them to stay alive. This shit is off the chain.
You like
I'm definitely recommending it to all you people out there who are looking for, that did not, I'm sorry, y'all. I just meant to go like this. And the whole damn the nails be so damn long. They went all up my nose. Sorry about that. Was not digging for gold. But yes, check that out. Squid Game, so we can talk about it, because my son put me up on it. And when I found out he and his friends were binging it, I was a little disturbed because the movie is a bit disturbing. Korea is known for not really doing too much, just Asian film in general. They don't do too much kissing and doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, in fact, they've passed a law, and I hate to report this, but it's for them. China, and why do we call it the Forum? Since Kurupt's not here yet, Derek, can we remind them, why do we call it the Forum? Because it's for
the people.
Yes,
for
it's
you.
for them. It's for you guys.
Yeah, man.
But China has passed a law that they don't want any more gays in films. They want to reduce the gay image in film.
Well, I want to ask you a question though, Miss Paula. Before you start, rest in peace, AJ. How was it working with him?
AJ is, wow, AJ is my boy. He always was. AJ was the kind of guy who could find the humor in any situation. Like whether it was hot outside and we were all sweating under those lights, and or we were at a club and we couldn't get the waitress's attention, or I don't know, just kicking it, just talking. AJ found the humor. And the last time I saw AJ, we were talking about doing a project together because I wrote a project, and we were going to shoot it and just do like a sizzle, myself and AJ. And it didn't happen, which is just so sad, you know, in this industry and in this life, in this world. You make plans and then you wait for God to laugh at you. Like, that's not my plan. That was cute, but I got something else. So I did spend some time with AJ within the last year, letting him know that I respected his talent and I wanted to work with him.
Did you work with Michael
Again.
too? You ever work with Mike, the other actor that passed away?
No, I never even had the opportunity to meet him, which I truly regret. He and Michael Jackson, I never got to meet either one of them. But yes, I did get to meet AJ. And, you know, Gotti was talking to me about the fact that 8 people have passed over from the original Friday, and one more young man passed over from one of the other Fridays. And Melvin Van Peebles, rest in peace, also passed over since we last saw you all. And we definitely, you know, that's Mario's father. Did you all see Slick Back? What was it called? The Slick Back, Fat Back, Black
What?
Motherfucker. What was it called, Forrest? Do you remember Melvin's movie? There we go. Sweet Backs Bad. Now that's a sexy man. Yes. I think I shouldn't say these things, but before I met my husband, I think I flirted with him more than I flirted with Melvin. I don't know. He was more daddy to me than Melvin was. He was like, hey, cat, daddy, how you doing, Mr. Melvin? For as you know, I used to flirt with Mr. Melvin. Yeah, we met him in Miami. We all went out to drinks. But I met Mario also. I never was like, hey, Mario, but Mr. Cat Daddy, I was like,
oh man, he passed away. Yeah, he passed.
Yes, okay. And that's a blessing. We're supposed to celebrate, right?
Right.
Yeah. We'll see you again, Mr. Melvin. He's done great things for the community, for Black people, for the movie industry. Okay, there were some things that we did not discuss, Derek, that we need to talk about. Abortions. Have you ever had an abortion, Derek?
Nah.
Never?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You never paid for an abortion, Derek?
Nah.
In your whole 30 plus years?
Nah.
You never had that? Oops.
Nope.
Well, good for you. I blessedly have not ever had that happen to me either. But there are people who do. And now in Texas, they're saying, if you get pregnant and you wait too long, you got to have that baby or move. What do you think about that, Dee? Do you think it's fair? I mean, you've never experienced it, and neither have I, but I do have friends that have had abortions, and it's always fucked with their heads.
This is how I feel. Like, you know, I never had it happen, so I really can't speak on it, but my opinion is like, if you know you're not ready for a baby, strap up. Anything can happen.
Fair? It's easy to say strap up. I agree. But come on now. When the feeling, get the feeling. and the Marvin get to playing. Y'all get to playing too. What you gonna do? Come on, you
BET,
gonna.
like BET say, strap up.
Sometimes shit happens.
Yeah, shit happens. But
You know, my mom got pregnant for the first time. You know, and people, she said when she was young, people used to say, you can't get pregnant the first time. Huh?
everybody is different.
That makes no sense. People have so many crazy myths on how they're not going to get pregnant. You don't get pregnant if you're on your period. You don't get pregnant if it's the first time, you know, for whatever reasons. So you get pregnant and maybe you're not ready for that baby. Do you think it's fair for your state, for your governor to tell you that you have to have that baby and put your body and your mind through the emotional turmoil of having a baby that you didn't want and then being forced to give it away because you can't have an abortion? It's like a no-win situation because, like I said, all the girls that I know that have had abortions still struggle. You know, it may be 25, 30 years later, but they still think back on having an abortion. So, you know, what's the difference? If you force someone to carry through term and them choosing not to, why do we have an opinion?
Everybody got an opinion on something. You know what I mean?
But is that right? Because now Florida, did you say you just left Florida?
Yeah, just left Orlando.
So don't get nobody pregnant because now they're jumping on the bandwagon. They want to do the same. They want to enforce if you're pregnant beyond 6 weeks. Oh, well, you got to have that baby, huh?
Well, I don't plan on getting nobody pregnant, so I ain't worried.
I don't think anyone plans necessarily. Well, we did, but the people who want abortions 9 times out of 10 didn't plan either, Derek.
Yeah.
They planned to just do and go home. I don't think they planned to get pregnant, but they did. And now their right of choice is being taken away. And I don't think we should have an opinion. My opinion is we should not have an opinion on someone's right to choose.
True. You're right.
It's like we're being judgmental over situations that we should be minding our business. You know, there are ways to abort. There have been ways to abort since the beginning of time. Herbs that force women to abort or force pregnancy, you know, a forced labor, you know, going to forced labor. So we have been choosing whether or not we wanted to have children since the beginning of time. It is Lilith chose, you know, we as humans, especially women, to me, it seems like just another way to step on women's rights, to take away our right to decide what goes into our bodies. We decided to put something into our bodies. Now there's something in our bodies. We should have the choice on whether or not it stays. And, you know, I'm thankful that I never had to make that choice. But as a woman, I can empathize with women who have, for whatever reasons, or men who have, for whatever reasons, requested that a woman get an abortion. Could you see that happening to you? A woman that you weren't ready to be a father to her child. Could you see yourself breaking her off and asking her to get an abortion?
Nah.
No, you wouldn't? I've had friends say that that's how. And then I've heard of the abortion scams where I've had girlfriends be like, this is how I'm gonna get some money real quick. Just tell them I'm pregnant. I'm gonna get quick $600. I don't know what they're gonna do with $600, but I think that's how much it costs. I don't know. Let me start lying. I I think that's the price that they said that they was gonna get if they told somebody they was pregnant. Don't look at me like that. I was just listening. I was not a part of the scam. But, you know, it is a thing. Abortions are a thing, people. And I'm just curious to know someone other than my own opinion, you know, and you're here. It's hard for me and Gotti to get people here. Let's just be honest. Only one who's gonna be honest with me is Claudia. And she told me and Gotti got on her damn nerves. Claudia Parker, AKA Mom. She said, y'all don't let people talk. You don't let them talk during the story, and Gotti don't let them tell the story.
Yeah, y'all go at it sometimes. Y'all be on it sometimes. So I get my talking now.
Thank you. That's what I'm telling you. You better get it out the way now. Right now, because, you know, when me and Gotti get together, Forrest compared us to two old people in a barbershop.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, really? You gonna say, yep, just at the old part? I didn't even finish to the barbershop. You was shaking your head, yes. Just after I said, oh.
Y'all two go at it. Y'all like.
But it's fun.
I just sit there and watch.
I kicked it in the barbershop. So I couldn't relate to the analogy. But I've seen Eddie Murphy's in his many incarnations in a barbershop clowning. So, and I saw a barbershop.
As soon somebody else talk, first thing Kurupt say, pause.
Jigga, pause. Yeah. Like, I'm Jigga.
It's like, I can't say nothing?
No. So my mother was quite upset that we did not let Elijah talk enough, in her opinion. Now, I thought Elijah had a lot to say. I thought we let Elijah talk. We even showed Elijah's movie.
Y'all don't let nobody talk.
We do. Did you see Elijah's movie?
No.
Then you didn't watch the episode. You just said you did. See?
No, I ain't never said I watched Elijah's movie. I never said that.
We put it on the show, Derek. We put the first 10 minutes. Remember, we talked about, we really do have meetings, y'all, like a real talk show. We have meetings. And remember, we told you we were going to do a new segment called
I
First 10.
Yes, I remember that.
Well, Gotti turned it into First 5. And we saw the first 3 minutes of Elijah's movie, which was starring Young Dre.
Oh, okay.
You remember Young Dre, the rapper who brought in all the rappers?
Yeah.
Well, he's got his own movie as well. And he's going to share that with us.
Well, when we do our own movie, when we going to do a movie?
You sound like Gotti. We are going to do a movie. When we going to get some money to do a movie? What you think? We going to go get our cell phone? Now, there were some phenomenal movies produced off of cell phone, Tangerine. But that's just not my Tangerine dream.
Let me tell you something. You have a name. Kurupt has a name. It ain't nothing to call Kurupt.
Kurupt has a production company. I am a co-executive.
It ain't nothing but to make a phone call and do a sizzle. You know what I mean?
Okay, we'll make that phone call, Derek.
I can make the phone call right now.
Go pick up the phone. Get the phone right now. Let's do it. Come on.
All right.
Who we calling? Come on, y'all.
His name is
for us. What? Spick and span. We know he drinks good water, and we know he keeps it clean. So
boom. We're gonna do the call right now.
Go ahead, call. Get in your contacts. Cause y'all, this way. Don't look at this. You probably wouldn't have looked if I hadn't shown you. Let me scooch this over a smidge. Then we messed up that. Okay, here we go. Y'all, ragtag.
I'm about to do it right now.
Did you find who you were looking for? Who you're gonna call?
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now.
Are we gonna call right now?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just getting this number.
So in the meantime, why don't you tell us about your compilation album? that you got coming out with Chris
one second.
Brown
I was
and French Montana and Gotti and Daz Dillinger and the list goes on and on. So my brother is doing big things right now. He's looking through his contacts and he's going to find a number for us to call so we can make a sizzle reel.
Right here. I got him.
Okay,
So,
who?
Come on.
Yes, sir.
I got Miss Paula on the phone. We on our podcast, right?
Yes. Hello, Kamal.
Can you hear? Can you hear?
We
Can you hear?
we
you
know
hear?
Kamal.
Come on. Can you hear me? Come
Remember,
on.
Kamal, you met us during the first episode, and that guy kicked us out of the studio.
Hold on, he turned the
Get
music down.
forced out first.
Hey, come on.
All right, now what you doing?
Do you guys Zoom?
Do I have Zoom?
Yes.
No, why?
Oh, you don't have Zoom?
Well, if we sent you the link, we want to.
I got the regular Zoom.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If we send you a link, can you try them on real quick with me and Miss Paula? We want to talk to you real quick. We're gonna send you.
Today's my night. It's Wednesday, so I'm like in the middle of doing that right now.
Oh man. Oh yeah. He does.
You called me like an hour ago. I could have, but like now I'm busy until like midnight, like running this thing.
Okay. Well, quick question. We want to do a sizzle of a movie, and we want to talk to you. So tomorrow, if it's cool, can we call you early and we'll go over it?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. I'll hit you later.
All right. Talk to you soon.
It's nothing but a phone call.
So, what does that mean? What
does that
what
mean?
is Kamal? What can he do?
Kamal got the big cameras.
Oh, he's just going to provide us with cameras.
And he writes scripts. He writes movies.
We all write scripts and movies. So now we just need locations, clothes, actors, money, food.
How much? How much money? Like
for a sizzle,
what's a good
about
budget?
25 G's. I'll say for a sizzle.
25
Especially
band?
if we've already got someone volunteering cameras. He's volunteering these cameras, or because we didn't kind of get into that.
No, we're gonna talk tomorrow. But
okay,
let's talk on the podcast. Maybe we can find some new actors that want to participate.
That works too.
You know what I mean?
You know, we could find some wardrobe people that want to participate.
Participate.
You know, that means volunteer, intern.
Say it one more time.
Intern.
That's right.
Volunteer for free.
But
yes, it is cute to think, okay, we got some cameras, let's go do it. But Kamal, he has manpower. Like he can't be the cameraman and the DP and the
that's why we get on the call. That's why we get on the call tomorrow.
And okay. Well,
that's why we get on the call tomorrow.
It's a start. And as far as I'm concerned, a start is better than a not a start.
There it is.
Right, guys? I always like to think on the bright side of things.
Yeah.
Because, I already have one sizzle. And it's a very good sizzle. And people are constantly on my YouTube, like, when are y'all gonna do the White Sisters? Kurupt stars and the White Sisters.
Yeah, that's done.
So give Kamal, we already got a sizzle. Why do we need to buy another sizzle?
Well,
make another one.
We need to go
what
shop.
do we need to do with the sizzle we've already got?
Yeah, we need to go
what is Kamal gonna do? What is this? Is it Kamal or Kamal? Kamal. What is Kamal gonna do with?
Kamal can take it to Netflix. He can take it somewhere.
Now that's a plan. And that's cheap. We don't have to shoot anything else. Just give Kamal what we already got.
Yeah.
And then let Netflix pay the divas. Me and Lisa
That's it.
Wu and Golden are in. And I'm pretty sure I can get Countess. At least
And you can get frequency.
with Netflix and a lot of prayer, we can get Elise, y'all. But that means y'all gonna have to be like, come on,
and a
Elise.
lot of prayer.
Y'all gonna have to send her
get frequency
some
too.
like texts. What are they? Tweets and Instagrams. Like, come on, Elise, get on board with the White Sisters. Come on, let's get it done. So I'll let y'all know when we're gonna have to start bombarding Elise with tweets. Like, let's get it done.
Well, you got frequency ready.
We was all born ready. It's just the powers that be trying to trip. You know, it's like Nelly said, let me in, Bill Gates, let me in, whoever. You be knocking on the door at Hollywood like, hello, is anybody home? Can I come in? They be like,
you know how much power you have?
Yeah, the act. They be like, you can come in and act. People keep telling me I got all this power that I just can't manifest yet.
You got it.
Give me a minute. I got these new managers and they're like, it's funny because today they asked me for the open file of the White Sisters, which means they want to get into it and try to get her done. But I've got so many, I'm gonna call one of my girlfriends to come on and holler at us. So she'll tell you, we've been through it with the White Sisters. Like, you know, just patience. So, all right. The next thing we need to talk about, since we're on YouTube, don't you think it's hilarious that we decided to leave Facebook the week that the lady whistleblowed? Like, I'm constantly telling Forrest, we are one.
What happened?
The biggest Facebook gate. Oh no, Facebook gate. This lady blew the whistle on Facebook and said that people were committing suicides, that this lady, what's her name, Forrest? Frances Haugen. Yeah. She's the perfect whistleblower, blonde hair, blue eyes. Everybody gonna believe her.
What happened?
She went before the people, I guess the Congress or somebody, because Ted Cruz was there. And she was like, yeah, people are killing themselves, little young women, young girls, because the algorithms on Facebook, they'll see that you want to lose weight. So they'll start you on algorithms, and give you like menus and recipes on, you know, how to lose weight. But eventually they're going to take you into anorexia. The algorithm has realized that death and negativity sell. So it's also something that a lot of these YouTube streamers have realized. Like I did that show, the Hip Hop Uncensored, and they'd have these, they call them, what are they, taglines or something? Clickbait. And it was like, Paula J. Parker said this about Marlon Wayans. And all I said was he ate an onion before he kissed me. But they made it look like I was like, oh, Marlon. But it's called clickbait because they found that people will click on negative stuff quicker than they will on positive stuff because it's a never-ending cycle of loneliness, frustration, and negativity and life comparisons. They said Instagram is the biggest life comparison app out there, and that it makes people despondent and depressed and commit suicide. So the young lady was saying this to the Congress. Ted Cruz gonna say, well, do you have a number? Can you give me a percentage about how many people have committed suicide so far? Now, you remember us talking about Ted Cruz before, this guy.
Yeah.
This is the same guy that Gotti said his hoe snitched on him because I don't know why. But remember, they were all going out of town because Texas had they had some kind of a natural disaster, floods, and all the lights and electricity went out. So he took him, his wife, and all his neighbors to a vacation in Mexico, and everybody got mad. And so one of the chicks who didn't go snitched. Like one of his neighbors was like, yo, nigga try to take me to Mexico. And everybody was in the dark. And he wanted to go to Mexico. And the whole street went to Mexico. So they snitched on him. Remember? Now I do remember Gotti was like, that was his hoe. Everybody on the street is his hoe. They all doing, freaky deaky Illuminati stuff. I don't know. That's what Gotti said. I didn't say that. I'm just repeating what my brother said because he said he know. So I don't know. But all I do know is then they're gonna ask, well, excuse me, ma'am, how many exactly killed themselves? Does it matter if one young person or 50 million young people, one person killing themselves is too many?
Yeah.
And Facebook is aware that these statistics are occurring because of negative algorithms that they are putting on our feeds. Not to mention all the misinformation regarding the coronavirus, which is the biggest reason why majority Black people are not investing in the corona vaccine. Because we're looking at all of the negative misinformation that Russia, China, Facebook is allowing to be bombarded into our feeds. And we're believing these things like that the shot is going to put a chip in. How the hell a shot going to put a chip? I don't know how a shot turns into a chip. If y'all have seen that kind of alien friggin' innovation, show me how you start with some liquid and it turns into a chip. I want to see, because if you can do that, we don't need no shot. Y'all should be able to heal us from afar, like Dooku. Y'all should be, because if you got a shot, that's going to turn into a chip. But this is the type of misinformation that we're being bombarded with. And these are some of the things that one of the women spoke on, and she sounded Black. I was listening to it. Was she Black, Forrest? The one who said that her friend's mama thought that it was gonna be a chip, one Black. That lady sound Black. Maybe she was Southern, but I'm willing to bet that lady was Black. But there was another woman, and her name was Senator Cummings. Cynthia Lummins. Was she Black?
Sound like a
You
white
gonna
lady.
tell me she was white? Shut up. No, that couldn't be Cynthia Lummins. That's the
man,
lady
that's a
who
white
said
lady.
her friend grandma had a chip. That lady Black.
That lady
Don't let
white.
her fool you. Just because she may look white on the outside, y'all ain't seen her CRGIgenics, her 21 and me.
She white.
I heard, baby, I don't care what you think. I've seen white people be passing and looking like Black people. Go ahead and talk, because I don't want nobody saying I didn't listen to Frequency. Go ahead, Frequency. What is you trying to say?
Nothing.
That lady is Black. Y'all gotta listen to her talk. She was like, my friend's grandma said. I was like, yeah, Steve, well, let them know. It ain't no chip in nobody's arm from no vaccine. So another lady, another Senator Cummings, was feeling what the lady was saying. Like, she was like, Ted them asking stupid ass questions like how many people that committed suicide. Is that even part of the agenda? Why do you care how many? What kind of question is that? You freak of the week? So she was like, look, boo, you should come have tea with me and we're gonna sip on this and we're gonna make something happen, because this is information that the world, not just America, but the world needs to know. Because, Derek, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Facebook has immunity, which means no one ever will be ever able to sue them. So you may kill yourself. Your baby may kill herself, your baby, throughout history, throughout time, incongruum, and you'll be able to do nothing because Facebook has immunity. So the whistleblower lady said that Facebook having immunity is the worst thing that could have happened to society, because they allow these things to subside strictly for the buck, because they know that there's nothing that can happen to them. So in essence, there's nothing anyone can say or anyone can do that will be of any effect because of the laws of immunity that Facebook falls under. So it's necessary. And I believe that when they gave Facebook that immunity, it was somebody grandma who didn't know what Facebook could become and would become. Not just Facebook, but all the other apps that are under public domain-ish, but they have this absolute power. I don't think they understood what they were signing off to, because right now we need to make laws that will save this world, because Facebook is taking over people's minds. And there is nothing that our generation of parents can do, because we really don't get the shit. Our children are the ones who are being affected because they understand it and they're keeping secret. It's like they have this whole Facebook society, and they do. Facebook warned us. The senators or Congress people, senators warned us that the senators warned us that there are communities of big sisters on Facebook and on all the other apps where they keep the younger sisters silent. So they're influencers who are trained to keep the younger influencers from speaking about the frustrations, the depression, the illness that being a part of the Facebook community brings about. Do you have any thoughts? Since now you know. No.
I'm glad we on YouTube.
Now we still are on Facebook. Don't get it twisted. Facebook has basically dominated, and that is another reason why it's very important that we nip it in the bud and get some type of control now before it just becomes this crazy monopoly of murder that no one can control, because they've been given the right to operate without law. And I don't understand how that can be something, how that can be a thing. How can you allow one company to operate as willy-nilly? I mean, we're not even a communist nation. How can we allow the government, because they're not even a part of the government. They even hate on the government.
I guess Mark Zuckerberg just a smart man.
And so Mark Zuckerberg, someone from Facebook made a tweet during this young lady's testimony. And they were like, well, she didn't even work in the young adults division. So I don't even know how she know what we doing in the young adults division. So she can't even speak on it. Like, really, that's your response? Your response to there are people committing suicide. There are people that are going anorexic. There are people, the greatest the saddest part, her biggest point to me was dissension. How it is creating not only dissension amongst people, cultures, but it's creating dissension amongst us as a people. And I look, she was speaking on it. It reminded me of my mother, because my mother is constantly getting her news off of Facebook. So she's constantly calling me like, Paula, Brandy, is Brandy all right? And I'm like, yeah, Mom, Brandy's fine. That's not what they said on Facebook. That's not what they said on YouTube. That's not what they said. And she gets really upset because she's older and she's getting her news from YouTube and Facebook, and it's inaccurate. So I'll be like, Mom, Brandy's fine. I haven't heard that. I don't know what YouTube is or Facebook is saying, but and I can you think of any of the other things Mom has said for us that have been like, where'd you hear that? But he may be, Chris Rock is in the hospital. He may have been. That doesn't sound like something that would be far-fetched with all these coronaviruses. He wasn't.
Hold on.
Well, Forrest said he looked it up and Chris Rock was not in the hospital, Claudia. So the point is, so my mom had a job, and because all this information was wrong, she started distrusting people in general. She was like, how could they put that on there? And it's not true. But at the same time, she's an older lady. She lives in a community of older people, and she's probably was lonely during the, because she wasn't able to come over during the pandemic. So she became addicted to Facebook and YouTube. And it was like a friend that was constantly letting her down. So it affected her work relationships because she worked at downtown, for Goodwill. So she didn't trust none of her younger co-workers. She thought that they were all against her and plotting and liars. So this is the point that the whistleblower made, that there are a whole community of older people and young people who are becoming distrustful because they're bombarded with so much misinformation that they stop trusting. They're just like, and it causes them to not be around people, to not want to associate with people, to not want to communicate, just the fact that they don't want to trust. And if that is that's a corrosion of what I call society. And if that is what YouTube calls, Facebook, I don't want any parts of it. And it's so sad because I say I don't want any parts of it, but how am I going to get the word out to you guys? Because it's a double-edged sword. On one side of the sword, it's an innovative way to communicate with people that I would never have had access to otherwise, or you guys would not have had access to me. And I think that's genius. But the first time I went on Facebook, some man was dingling. He put a picture of him and his dingling the very first time. So it turned me off. And if I had stayed on Facebook all those years, I'd have had 1 million+ followers. But that one, and that's also something the lady mentioned, that there is no way to, censor the type of information that you want based on algorithms. Algorithms are going to give you what they want you to have. At the end of the day, they will progressively bring in stuff that you don't want. And for me, it was the very first time. And that ain't nothing but God. Because y'all know when you are a child of God, he gonna slap you in your face quicker than he will them other folk. So the first time I went on Facebook, I was turned off. I had a swanging langing, and I was just not. I never. I mean, I don't think I've ever forced you run the Facebook account. Like I'm like, what is it called in shock when you have what is it called, Forrest, when you have that thing where you don't want to, not shock. I don't know. I'm something, y'all. I got trauma. I can't go back on Facebook because that was too much going on for me. So that is my point, people. And that was her point as well. Facebook, and for some reason, we had been getting a lot of censorship from Facebook. Like they must watch our show type censorship. Like, I don't know. Most people can have a song on and, you know, it'll take a couple weeks and they'll say, oh, no, you can't. Honey, we put a song on and we didn't even click off air. And we had a message like, y'all can't play that song, Miss PJ. You know better. Don't do that no more. And I'm like, y'all be watching our show? Well, I was a little flattered at first, but I'm still like,
the eyes is watching.
and that's what made me, thank you. The eyes be watching, don't they?
They always watching.
The eyes and the U's.
When you think they ain't watching, they watching.
Especially when you think there ain't, there is.
Yeah.
So
they watching us right now. So hey, Facebook, how are y'all doing today?
So where do we go from here with Facebook? Because I felt like, you didn't see it, but I felt like the senators, multiple senators, after the first lady was like, you know, let's sip on some tea, I want to talk to you. I said to Forrest, that lady is smart, because if she can be the one to create some type of bill, she's going to go down in history. And after that, about 3 other senators said to her, and someone even said what I said to Forrest, this is a history-making bill we need to create, because it is. And it needs to happen immediately so that we can start to save lives. Oh, let me admit, Jay Discreet, he in the streets. Jay Discreet, he in the streets. Hey, Jay, how are you? Where'd he go?
It's all y'all connected.
What up, player? Okay.
I see you represent LA, Los Angeles. I see you represent LA.
What's up?
What's going on, fam?
I'm trying. And it be all in my face. I be like, get back up off me, camera. Okay, so I have to apologize to you on behalf, trying to get my hair keys this suit. So we got a gentleman and so on behalf of your big bro, Forrest D. Martin. Forrest, are you there?
Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself, because we owe our brother. And now Jay tried to show up when Nicole was on.
Oh, I enjoyed this show though. I did.
Now, thank you. The reason why I even called Nicole was because what? Let's be real. Why did I call Nicole, Jay?
Because we chopped it up about the movie.
You asked.
Yeah. Well, the idea to call her, that was your idea.
Well, you mentioned her and said that you had been a fan. You've been watching her since Fresh Prince. And I was so touched.
That's the lady from BMF?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so touched. Yeah. I put my big girl panties on and I called her, because y'all, it's very humbling to call these celebrities and that.
Well, shit. I always was a big fan of Halle Berry.
Me too, shoot. I've been a fan of Halle Berry since Cleveland.
You gonna call for me?
he was putting his bid
I
in
would
for Halle
call.
Berry.
If I had Halle Berry and I'd have been called. Hey,
Yeah.
Halle, how you doing? No, I don't have her number. But that is Cleveland all day. So I am apologizing because I was expecting you to come through, but I didn't have control that day. And Forrest made a producer decision that he liked the look of me and Nicole.
It was a great show. It was a great episode. We was tuned in though. My people were tuned in. We enjoyed the show. Like, and y'all
Well, he
touched on
said
a
y'all
lot.
left, that you didn't stay.
Well, no, I didn't stay in the. You know, when I call in, it's like a waiting area. So I didn't stay in the waiting area because I
So
would have been.
he said that you saw how Hydro and them stayed.
Okay.
Remember at the studio?
Jay,
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
act like you don't
Can
know
you
what
hear
I'm
me?
talking about.
hello? Can y'all niggas hear me? Can
I'll
niggas hear me?
hear you.
Yeah, Jay, what's
yeah,
up?
we hear you.
Pringles, what's
What
up?
up, what
Jay.
up?
What's
Prove
going
your
on?
point, Forrest. You brought it
No.
up. I brought it up, but you brought it up.
It's totally, there's no point to prove, nothing but apologies and to say
I
that
proved the point.
the
He said,
timing was off. I didn't want to bring them in when she was in these deep conversations about going to jail and auditioning and all these parts and lesbian boot.
Oh no. Like I said, I watched the
When she
show.
went to
I
eat,
enjoyed the show.
they were gone. And when
so
she
I was trying to
so-
tell Forrest, because Forrest, I think he doesn't get it. Like when Gotti and I say it's for them and Nicole, we're celebrities. So Nicole would not have cared if Jay had interrupted. I wouldn't have cared. Like when we genuinely say it's for them, we mean it. Like it's not just something to say. Like no one is paying me and Gotti or Frequency to be here. We're here because no one is paying me to call my friends like, could you please come be about podcast? It's for them.
Yeah.
You know, no one is paying me to just do any of it, to get threatened by Chicago gang member. Thank God.
A singular gang member.
A singular
Like one.
of one, a gang of one, party of one. But you know, we do it because we love the culture, we love y'all. So I'm apologizing on behalf of Forrest. It was a cute look, me and Nicole, because that's my dog. That's my day one. My girl. And she came through like a champ, like what? I got footage for y'all. So
I'm apologizing too, man. I'm apologizing too.
y'all should hug.
It's all love, man. Y'all look good on there though. And y'all touched on y'all was talking about Reiki. Like I actually I got a homie that does Reiki. So it was cool to hear that come up in the conversation.
Yeah, she was saying she did the healing, the hand healing.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
I was very intrigued.
I got a homie that she has her own practice. She opened her own space this year. She does Reiki.
Have you experienced it before? Has she ever given you
I have. She so we did she did like 5-minute sessions for a lot of people when she first opened. And so like we did 5 minutes where it was just she did a lot of alignment down my spine, like, and just for 5 minutes, like she literally broke me down for like 5 minutes. And when I got up, I felt lighter.
I had it done once as well by a yogi.
Okay.
A yogi is a master. What happened to everybody for? Something happened over here. Well, can you help me get back?
We still got you. You just don't got us. We still got you.
I can't see you. What do I do? What do I do? No. Where? What? Golly jeez. Okay, where were we? Yes, we were talking about Nicole and Reiki. A yogi is like a yoga minister, and he did it for me, and he picked up where there was pain in my knee, and he corrected it. Like he said, you've had some pain in this knee, and I was like, yes. Like, how did you know? Was I laying down on it funny? But he was like, no, it's part of the training for him to know.
Yeah.
So I experienced it as well. So did the alignment help for a period of time? Because it doesn't last
No,
forever. You definitely have to go
Nah.
back for treatments.
Yeah, and a full treatment would have been more in depth, but like just the time that I spent in her chair was amazing. Her name's Kat Evans with the Healing
That
Panther.
Evans, everybody. And what is the name of her practice?
She is the Healing Panther.
The Healing Panthers.
Yeah.
The Healing Panthers. Well,
Yeah.
now you guys know. So
Most definitely. Yeah.
have you been listening to any of the conversation that Frequency and I have had regarding Facebook? Did you hear about the whistleblower?
I caught a little bit of it. I don't know all the details. I know it's kind of like her way of I guess quietly protesting Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and just letting like she felt like there was a lot of falsehoods going on Facebook.
But was it quiet? How are you quietly protesting from the Senate floor?
Well, I mean, I think it's just a testament of how powerful social media is to be able to get to the Senate floor about a topic like Facebook. Like, I joined Facebook when I was in the Army. So like, cause I was gonna be traveling. So I wanted to be able to connect with people.
Right.
So it's evolved now to where I know people that watch the news last minute. They don't watch the news. They get most of the current events from social media. And then they go confirm it with the news. So it's such a powerful tool now that like a quiet protest does get to the Senate floor. If enough people share it, like this how it goes now. Like
right. And I'm disagreeing with the quiet part, because once it gets to the Senate floor, it's no longer quiet. Quiet is us on Facebook complaining. But what she did was bigger than quiet. And it's really something to be, I want to give her flowers, applaud her. Sis, you did great. You did good. You did good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you because no one else came forward. No one.
We in the era of quiet though.
How powerful Mark Zuckerberg and the whole Facebook community is. And it also makes me wonder, like, I know it's not Mark. Like, I know he's not the one sitting there watching our show. I mean, who knows? Maybe.
He might be.
He might be.
He might be.
I would think he had workers, right? That are doing most of the. Mark, what you want to tell Mark something? Frequency?
Yeah, put a couple $1 million into our show. We doing you good on Facebook.
That's right.
So I would think that he'd have people working for him that are doing the censoring, that the people that are controlling the algorithms, the marketing, right? So he's delegating responsibility. So maybe we need to look at them. Maybe we need to look at the employees and not, how do they say, guns don't kill people, people kill people? Maybe it's not Facebook killing people, it's people killing people. It's the workers, the employees. Facebook is just the engine, but who's charging it up? It's us. We're the ones that are putting that stuff on there, and then the machine is the one that's circulating it and putting it into the universe based on the content and based on what it deems that we want to see based on our previous searches and the things that we've watched. And this is what's killing our youth. So where do we begin? Do we need to fire everybody at Facebook? Or like she said, it's going to take a whole reorganization of the whole app. We're going to have to shut it down and start from square root running. She gave like examples of times in history where we've had to do that before, like integration, where we had to, disable everything we were doing in terms of segregation and recreate a whole new system of integration. So it's going to have to be that type of situation. And she foresees that if it's done properly, within 5 to 10 years, Facebook would be making more money, at least double what they're making now, which is billions of dollars on top of billions of dollars per year. So,
Yeah.
and we'd be saving lives. And that to me is what really matters. And what's important for us to also understand is that, like I sort of touched on, we have to do this now for our children's children, because right now it's like the wild, wild west of Facebook, of the internet. Yeah. The internet is like the wild, wild west. How we were when we first all came out here, and you know, all the cowboys were getting taken away by my boy. Yeah. What's my boy's name, Forrest? By Bass. What Bass Reeves was capturing all the cowboys. It was the wild, wild west. It was no law. There were no, there was a sheriff, I guess, of every town, one, and maybe had some boys or a couple posses, but it was just wild. And that is what the internet is right now. It's the wild, wild west. And people are dying in mass numbers, and it's our young people and our future. So what are you thinking? What can you suggest as a younger person than I, who is into, social media, and you have a knowledge of it, of how to make it work for your career, for you? What can we do to make it better?
We just have to be better. I don't know if we can make it better, because it's a runaway train. Like, it would be really, really cool if it could shut down for a couple years and restructure. But it makes so much money. If it was you, would you let it shut down and restructure? If you was the one collecting off of it? Because all that happens is, if we shut Facebook down to restructure, one of the 19 other social sites is just gonna fill the void. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, Facebook was down for like 5 hours. Facebook and Instagram, I think he lost both $8 million.
But what's $8 million?
To a billionaire, that's nothing.
That's $8.
Yeah, but
okay, maybe it was only $800.
Yeah, but even if it was $800, that was only for 8 hours.
That's nothing.
But we were just talking about Facebook shutting down for several years. He lost $8 million in 8 hours.
Okay, so in 8 hours, so we could say, I'm not good at math like that, but if he for 8 hours, say $1 million an hour, he lost.
Okay.
25 million in a day.
Yeah.
And how many days? $365 million a year. Basically. Whatever. Something's wrong with that.
That's a couple $100 million.
But let's just say he loses $400 million a year. So that's for 2 years, he takes it down. That's $800 million. But how much is he getting a year? He's like getting $1 billion every month.
This is true too.
They're worth trillions of dollars.
Yeah, but he wouldn't feel
they've gone beyond billion. They're at trillion. They've got more money than the national deficit.
Yeah, he wouldn't feel the hit.
That's a lot of money.
Who would feel the hit is, like, it's the year 2021. It's several businesses that don't have a personal website. They hold businesses on Facebook. So those businesses would feel the hit. He wouldn't feel the hit.
The little people would feel it.
Yes, we would feel it.
He wouldn't feel it.
Nah, he wouldn't feel it, not for a long time anyway.
But is it more important to save, even if you save one life? To me, it's more important than saving $1 billion. But I don't have $1 billion.
Yeah.
So it's easy
I agree
for
with
me
you
to
though.
say.
I think life is very precious. But I think the question, but I think it depends on who you ask the question is what
I'm asking you.
For me, I agree with you. I agree that to be able to save lives by shutting this whatever it is down for a while holds enough weight that it's worth doing.
But you make a
But
lot of
that's
money on Facebook. What about
but
you,
I don't.
Frequency? Because you were telling me that your friends, your fan friends, are the ones that raise the money for you to even be able to come kick it with us out here in LA.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
if you didn't have that type of access and they didn't have that type of access to you, it would greatly affect your career. Would you agree?
It would initially, but I do a lot of live shows. My fan base is living, breathing people. Like, so a lot of people don't know their fan base. Like, I know people by name. I know groups that I know who's coming to my shows.
Right.
And I have my own website. So I would be able to funnel people to my website. If Facebook went down today, I could funnel people to my website and I would be able to break back. But some people wouldn't be able to.
Well,
a
for
lot of
me,
people.
it affects my career because it has become a thing that casting directors, producers are casting based on how many followers you have.
Yeah, that's
And it's
terrible
like,
too.
that's ridiculous. I've been in this industry 25 years. I've got more followers than what are reflected on this number. I've got more fans.
Definitely.
There are more people that love me beyond what this number says. And it's not fair that I'm being judged when I put in over 25 years. Forrest, will you send Kosi the link? She wants to get on and talk with us about this. Cassandra, Kosi. It's not fair that I'm being put up against people who've never acted a day in their life, but because they've got hunger and they know how to market themselves on this platform, they've got a million people saying that they fuck with them more than they fuck with me. And that's just not the case. You know,
no, it's not.
Or can I believe that the number reflected is genuinely the number of people that want to sign up to me? Like, you can't make me believe Twitter gives me all the people that I'm supposed to have. Like,
no, you definitely don't.
I just don't understand a world where we're putting all our faith in Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, and that's where we at now. Like, as an artist, the average artist, if you talk to a label and you're trying to get a deal, they give you a certain milestone. Well, yeah, we can work with you if you got X amount of followers. But if you got X amount of followers, you don't need a record label. Once you get to a certain amount, that's your customer base. You don't need a label once you get to that amount.
But I've got X amount of talent.
Exactly. That's how I feel too. I feel like talent is being underrated.
These are some of the things that I am turned off about regarding my career and, you know, these mediums, because I am being judged because I'm not a good marketer versus being a good artist. And the two don't naturally go hand in hand. You know, either you're right brained or you're left brained. I don't happen to be ambidextrous brained. So wonder where, I think he's at the gas station, y'all.
Yeah, he on the go.
Where's Frequency? So he's at the gas station.
Yeah. I'm at the store.
He's at the store.
He out thugging.
So,
thugging out here.
You know, did Kosi get in, D? You sent her the link? She hit me up. So I would like to, know her opinion, because I am torn. You know, I don't believe that they should have that much absolute power. I do not believe that, you know, I should be held accountable for hustling or purchasing followers, because that's what it is. It's a hustle, a purchase. All I have to do is I'll take 50 robots, please, for $1,000. I don't know how much they
Yeah.
cost. You know, I don't think that I should be held accountable because I'm not out here hustling people. That's not
Yeah.
what I do for a living. I'm not a grand hustler. So they're hustling their way into Hollywood. And I don't have a problem with that because you do have talent. But do you have artistic talent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are you just a great typer?
Yeah. These are real questions too, because this is the era we in right now.
Like to me, and this wasn't even mentioned, but I think the Senate needs to make them find a way to prove to me that I only got this many followers. And that number has not grown in 6 months. And I've been on 3 different primetime television shows, an Amazon show, and 2 other ones, own show, and another one. And my number, it has not grown since you kicked me off for saying something y'all didn't like.
Yeah.
And why did you get to kick me off anyway? How you get to kick the president off? I don't care if you don't like him because he got orange hair to you. It is not right to be able to kick somebody off a platform that's free.
Yeah.
Oh, but he'll always be the president. Just because he ain't the current president, he'll always get that title.
Yeah. He's forever gonna have that asterisk in front of his name. But like,
welcome back. Dreams where you started from. Welcome back. Same old place that you started from.
Yeah.
The games of the place that you've been around.
Hey.
And the bed is good. Wait, where's the face?
Well, you know what, guys? I'm not ready for that. I'm in a bonnet. I got a lot going on, but I wanted to share. I'm here. And
so can we take off your box and just hear your voice?
Okay.
Like Forrest? Or does it matter? Because when you clip it up, yeah. So share with your opinion, Kosi. You're up on this Facebook's gate, right?
Well, yeah, I'm up on the Facebook gate, but I've also been in the rabbit hole of the algorithms and things like when it comes to Facebook. I have more people, more friends and followers on Facebook than I have on any other social media platform. So I do quite a bit of my stuff on Facebook. And what I've noticed, especially since COVID, people who that I would see every week or every day, whatever, they were just not seeing my stuff. My numbers, and I'm not hitting millions or anything like that, but my numbers were doing a certain thing. And then it's like, people like, I can't find you. I don't see you. And so I got frustrated. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to try to figure this out because if I don't have those million people's bought or whatever,
We're finding the same problem, Kosi. Yes, go ahead.
I've been working, really, hard on my show and everything. And it's like, okay, I don't have.
And Kosi, I'm sorry, Kosi, to interrupt you, but you are the very first streamer Forrest, can we give it to her? Give Kosi her flowers, y'all. If you guys have been up on Kosi's podcast, she's been doing this since the early 2000s, Kosi?
12 years.
So go ahead, honey.
Yeah, for 12 years. And, I started off my first show with 96 listeners. And by the time I left Blog Talk, collectively with having other people's show, I had 3 million hits. And I thought, okay, by then I'll have
Wait a minute, how many?
3 million. But I thought at that point, okay, I would have a sponsor. I'm doing these numbers, and then, like I said, keep working, and because social media, because Instagram says I only have 1,100 followers, I'm not valuable to a Gap, but in Zoni will give me a $4,000 dress for free to go on a red carpet. So I don't understand how do you add you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so it makes no sense to me. I haven't figured out, but what I have figured out is that it's the machine behind you. For the last 12 years, the machine behind me.
How the machine know I'm black? Because I put my stuff in there.
Mhm. Yeah, but it's also the bottom line comes to the fact that if we had the money behind us, you know what I'm saying, or that one, you know what I'm saying, I kept how many times I said, yeah, when that one person sees me, boy, my show is gonna be, it's gonna, and you got to keep
Machine
pushing.
is racist. They didn't put some racist algorithms in those machines.
Well, yeah, that's probably so too. But it's racist out. It's like this. If you don't pay for it, if you're not on it 24/7, like if you don't wake up and sleep with it, and you know everything,
And like you said, pay for it.
like and pay for, and everything you do is about it, you're not going to get the numbers. And if you don't have people behind you to help you, you know, with the computers and sending out stuff, then it's not going to happen. So you have to have a team, and all you got to do is just keep building a team. My thing is right now, I'm just telling you guys, don't give up, because I'm telling you, everybody on here is on the cusp of greatness. We are more than just our talents. We were put here on this earth, and God gave us things that nobody knows about. No, it doesn't matter that 45,000 films that Paula's done. Paula's more than just her acting. The greatness that we are going to give the world is not our talent of the singing and the dancing. That's the buffoonery of it. What we need to do is, what are we going to do from this point on? How are we going to feed the souls, and how are we going to feed the kids so that they don't think these algorithms and being on the Facebook, so that's all it needs to be. Making them pick up a book. Okay, making them read other than, I have a friend who has a daughter that's never picked up a doll, and she's like, well, I do it on my iPad. I'm like, what are you talking about? You
pick up a doll on the iPad?
Exactly. Well, I can dress her, I can do this, they can do all those things. But the whole thing about it is, you are who the self that you make yourself. The only way that you can be successful is being true to yourself, being honest to yourself, and making sure, and whatever God is in you comes out of you. Because if you're in your true purpose, it's going to be easy. If you're in your true purpose and you love it, it's not a job. I wake up every morning because I love what I do. Okay, and God's given me the energy to do it. So that's the same thing with all of us that are doing it. So I don't care if I have 1 million followers, if I got 1,100 followers, I'm going to keep it moving, because you know what? My success is being seen. And when the billboard comes up and you look at on top, like, wait a second, hey, did she just what?
So are you in essence supporting Facebook, or are you saying they need to do something?
I think, no, I'm not supporting. I support what Facebook has done for my personal spirit. And when I say that, because they're people that you haven't been in touch with, and Facebook has given you an opportunity to be around the world, and still be, they're the good things about Facebook.
Right.
Even though you may think by liking a picture or loving a picture, that's talking to somebody, and you get
it really kind of is. For me, I feel like I'm saying hi.
Exactly. So you're acknowledging that person. But if the algorithms aren't coming up or whatever, then you're not seeing all the people you would normally see. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of greatness that came with Facebook. But now, like you said, the internet is amok. Even before it was now, it used to be nothing but porno and Craigslist and a whole bunch of crazy other things were going on that we had no ability. Now we're in 2021. We're looking at each other, talking to each other, man. For Nets, frequency. You don't think I saw the green screen behind you? You don't think I've seen the step up game? I've been gone a little while, but I've been in the cut watching.
And we missed you because there was we got this guy named Welly, and we thought about you. We were like, Welly, we're gonna have to bring Inspector Cassandra in here, because she is definitely gonna have to work on your presentation, Mano.
Yeah, well, and what my 7 P's: proper preparation prevents piss poor production or performance. Okay, but all I'm saying is we are more than just talent. If we take the talent and put that in with the soul of who we are, the essence of who we are, what we can leave with the world from this point on is extraordinary. We have the ability to take our formats and not just shuck and jive. There's other things that we need to be talking about and doing, and other people we need to be. It's not about just talking. We need to uplift. I want to hear somebody tell me how I can invest my money and generational wealth and things like that, and also give you the little clowning and that it is. But we have too much. Some of us ain't got. I'm on my third. I'm on third flip of the coin right now. Maybe my fourth. I'm in my sixth. I'm still in my 5th decade. but I'm about to go into my 6th decade of living. Okay. And with all of that, I can say that everything that I've touched and everything I do with a God heart and a God spirit. And if I say I'm going to do it, I do it. If I don't make any money, if only one person shows up, that's never happened, thank God. But I'm going to complete the task. And if everybody if you say you're going to do something, I put dates on myself. October 31st, I'm doing a comedy show. November 30th, I'm doing a show, because I'm making myself do it. Because who am I fighting with? Myself. I'm talking to myself in the mirror, and it's answering back. And you know what it's telling me? It's telling me, Cassandra, you are the best being that God has given you. You can create and do anything you want. And all you need to do is focus, sit still, and make sure you only bring the right energy around you.
And Facebook.
And Facebook to a point, but knowing how to use it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you got an event, then put the proper ad up. If you
Right.
using hashtags, there are things there are YouTube videos that even Facebook put up that can show you how to be better on Facebook. You have to just take the class and do it if that's where you're trying to make your money. If that's
So
where
do you agree that they do need some type of regulation?
oh hell yes.
Because
Yes.
you know, they are immune. They've got the immunity clause where no one can ever sue them, nor can anyone ever bring them to account for anything that transpires on Facebook. They have been given total freedom.
A blanket immunity?
Yes.
Wow.
That's exactly what
here's
it's
the thing.
called.
They have a blanket immunity in All Day Monday, Facebook and Twitter. And here's the thing, I didn't even know it was down because I was dealing with my own stuff. So I didn't even go on social media. But they lost, you know what I'm saying, in those hours, you're telling me that the people who have their foot on the neck of everybody on okay, then okay, went down and then got back up and still have their jobs and got promoted. And serve no time. And they will never serve no time.
Ever. So if all the kids that are dying, all the parents cannot sue. So that is one of the reasons why Facebook walks around like whatever, because it is whatever as far as they're concerned.
Well, then it's time for the conscious society to wake up and say, oh, we need to develop something better than a Facebook. So, okay, so I mean, there's, you know, Facebook took over MySpace. So who's to say that another, you know, situation can't take over Facebook because nobody.
And that's why we need laws, because another situation will take over Facebook. And what we think is bad now, they'll make Facebook look like cotton candy.
Well, who knows? You can't put it out there like that because we're asking for law of attraction. Okay, you know, you put out what you want. So we're not going to say that we want that.
We want regulations,
right,
not just on Facebook, but on any and every streaming network that comes through
all social
in perpetuum.
Exactly. Say that word again for me.
In perpetuum. In perpetuum.
Thank you.
In perpetuum.
Yeah.
But you know, they do need to be held accountable. How long will it take? But like I said, it's up to us. Like I said, the conscious community.
Well, we created it. So, Mark, we do not want to leave a beast for future generations. What we created, and I use the human we. You know, I'm not taking credit for your Facebook, Mark. God forbid you sue somebody. We all saw the story, but I mean, the universal we, you know, it's our generation, our lifetime that's responsible for the future of the YouTubes, the streaming apps, the social networking. So if we're responsible for creating it, then we're responsible for governing it.
Okay, but then we're also responsible for recreating it. We also, what I'm trying to say
and that is what Jay was saying. He believes for us to be able, and that's what the young lady said as well, the whistleblower, for us to be able to govern it properly, we have to break it down and start all over from square root one. Because right now it's too far gone to be able to control.
But also, but that's true because I remember when Facebook first started out, they used to have stupid stuff where you could throw snowballs at people and give people like the
Yeah.
first, you could give people STDs. Like I mean, the first like my first 2 months on Facebook, I was doing when you poke somebody, it was so it was
Poke
like
people. I remember the poke.
it was
And
when
what would you do? How would you give him an STD?
oh, it's a little thing. It was like throwing emojis, But the thing about it was Facebook first started, it was a toy. It wasn't. It
Right,
turned,
people didn't take it so seriously. It wasn't bringing in money.
right, exactly. So I'm going to go back to what I said before. What we need to do is we need to create our own entity, such as a Facebook, where there's not only one. There's more than one cellular company. There's more than one internet service. There's more than so why is it only Facebook? And there's enough people who's got enough clout and money behind them, and people, let's say you and let's say all the celebrities that are on Facebook decide to take their content off and put it on the FFF, the BBBBB,
Like say Jigga instead of Jigga Senior, since I'm Jigga Junior. Since Jay-Z started his own streaming platform, he should have like a sister platform that's like a Facebook, Tidal. He was able to start Tidal.
He don't own that. They sold it.
We need them to start us.
Yeah, he sold it off.
He sold it off. He don't own that. He sold it off.
Okay, well, but you know what I mean. That's the example I'm giving, like how he began his Tidal, which was to compete with, I guess, the other music entities.
Right. And it worked and it did it. And then when he made his money, he ran. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
We need
So you're suggesting
money. We need to invest in ourselves and build up and have our own Silicon Valley, not just to say own, and own us as a collective, not all Black. I'm talking about we as the people. Okay.
So we need Jay-Z and the water man, the water boy, 50.
The water man. I'm with it. The water man.
And we need Puffy. Puffy, I think, is the richest because he sells Ciroc. And
Can I throw
get a drink. I don't care if you ain't got rent. You gonna get a drink. Drink. So Puffy is.
I want to throw something in there too. Are y'all fans of like battle rap, the battle rap world?
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta add the last person, Kanye.
Okay.
So the four of y'all gotta get together and give us our own social media outlet. And
You
not
forgot one more person.
who else, back?
Dr. Dre.
And Beats.
D.R.E.
Mr. Beats.
Yeah.
So
Y'all gotta get together and give us our own. And I'm not talking about that one where you just talk on a party line. What's that one called? You like so much Frequency. You still Clubhouse. You still on Clubhouse Frequency.
No, I'm busy now. The Clubhouse was something that I was doing because, pandemic, and I was bored. Now I'm in the streets. So
our
You don't know anymore. Well, we definitely do need a social media outlet that isn't geared towards not us.
Right.
Because I personally don't see very many of us winning, unless I don't know who is. Maybe there are some, but no one personally is winning on social media, like to the point where YouTube is sending them a plaque and they're buying a new house. I don't know how that works.
And you know what I noticed too with a lot of those shows that get those stuff, it's like a lot of trash and cussing and talking about people and like the app Bigo. That app is nothing but a bunch of interesting people screaming and yelling at each other. Just a bunch of
Bigo. What app?
Bigo. It's called Bigo, and it was a social media app that was created like Facebook, but now it seems like it's nothing but a bunch of gay people screaming and yelling at each other and fighting, and oh my God, and they have families and
good because gay people be cutting each other. They be
they be going. You can see it on YouTube. They like to cut. They be saying and doing this. They be saying and doing some stuff. You know, and this.
What they be saying, Cassandra? Give me examples.
Let me tell you, okay. But just tell you, there's one. All you gotta do is go to YouTube and put in Cherry Boom.
Who?
That's not Cherry Boom.
Cherry Boom.
Boom. That's all you gotta do. And it's, but I'm just saying they call each other sis and they fight with each other. And one was having this one was on Bigo touching on a 16-year-old boy. So another Bigo called the police on them. And I mean, it's Bigo crazy. If you go on YouTube, and that's not what I think the app was created for. But
definitely not.
But now it's there. It's a mess. It's
something about social media does cause obsession.
Yeah, but because
I've heard of a lot of people just like showing up at different streamers' homes, like feeling like they've got this connection beyond the screen
because they know them.
Yeah, because I think it's a more personal experience to watch someone stream than it is to watch someone in a movie. And people become obsessed with musicians and actors. So I've heard a lot of streamers say that they had obsessed fans, like follow them home or be at their house.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Kosi was saying with, you have to, if you really want your numbers and you kind of have to live it. So
you have to
what
engage.
you're doing is you putting so much of yourself on there that you become accessible, because now if you constantly, as soon as you get up, you on it all the way up until you go to sleep, eventually the places you frequent are going to start showing up in your streams. And people going to feel like they can pop up on you because they know where you at. Stuff start looking familiar. It's like, oh, okay, this is the Starbucks she go to when she be doing her videos. This the Walmart. This where she shop. And you start feeling like, people start feeling like, oh, well, I know where you be at. I'm your supporter. I'm always there. You know, I subscribe, I donate. I feel like I should be just able to just come up and talk to you when you offer the stream. Like I want to talk to you in person. It's like, no, that's not dangerous. What I'm here for. It is. Most things that are set up don't stay the way they were intended to be. Right. OnlyFans was set up for artists to be able to maneuver without social media. So OnlyFans was set up to where, let's say if I got a new song coming out in a video, if you really my fan, I should be able to get my money directly from you. So you should subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Right.
People found out that they wasn't regulating the content, and they turned OnlyFans.
Do naked stuff on OnlyFans?
They do now, but that's not what it was intended for. It was intended for you to be an artist to be like, you know what? Facebook ain't letting all my followers see me. I'm gonna make an OnlyFans and tell my followers, go here and pay me directly, and I give you my content directly. When people found out that they wasn't regulating the content, they was like, well, I can put porn on here. Porn sells everywhere. So people started putting porn on there because they knew it would sell.
And that's what I meant by Facebook don't kill people, people kill people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was gonna say about battle rap. My favorite battle rapper, one of them, his name's Daylight. So he used a lot of social media.
Did you watch SM11?
I watched some of it. I was actually in the studio. Like I didn't get to see all of it, but it was amazing.
Was my favorite.
You saw SM11?
One of my favorites too. Yeah.
My favorite is my real name is Cleveland. Brandon, I'm sorry. Oh no, Pasadena. I be thinking I get all my hometowns mixed up, y'all. I was thinking
you got a couple
he's from my hometown, but he's just from the hometown I live in now. So I thought Cleveland, but never mind. My real name is Brandon, and he's from Pasadena. So shout out to him. That's my favorite
So Daylight made a point. He was like, social media should be your spotlight. He was like, once you get to a certain number on social media, you need to immediately, whatever your site is, you need to change headquarters to your site. So if you get 100,000 followers, because he went online and he told all his fans, he was like, I'm pulling all my stuff from Spotify. I'm pulling all my stuff from Facebook. My website is The Real Daylight. He's like, if you really my fan, come to my website. That's where the power is for us as a whole. It's like social media can be a tool or it can be a prison.
To redirect people to your website.
Yeah, because you get what social media is still a business. So how you were saying you've done a lot of major things and it doesn't seem like your Facebook following is growing. You know, Facebook sells ads. So if they see
And I
you
don't
get to
buy
X
any.
amount of people, exactly, because you don't need any because you're Paula J.
But I think
So
I should because I'm Paula J, but Cindy Mae has 150,000 followers.
well, you know, they sold Cindy Mae a package.
Mm,
You don't need a package.
mm.
They want you to buy a package. So they're gonna make you disappear from the algorithm.
Right.
So when you get to where you feel like
Where
I
my
done
damn
done,
life?
me personally, I did the Orpheum this year. I did the Orpheum stage this year. It's
Mhm.
a lot of major artists that ain't
Oh,
never
the
did the Orpheum.
Orpheum. That's beautiful.
Yeah. But this is the thing though. Every time I go up, I have to deal with a low for the next couple of months of people saying, "Man, I ain't been seeing your stuff." It's because I had a
That's what
spike in
Kosi was
attention.
saying. They. My mom can't even find this show.
Yeah.
And
We
you know
can't
You get a
even
spike
find
in
it
attention.
sometimes.
You know it's a trip. I only found it. I was on YouTube and then I saw that you were live. So I don't like every time I've caught you when I haven't been on the show the 2 times, I just saw that you just popped up. I was like, oh, there they go. You know, since I said, well, oh, then I go, oh, maybe if I knew the name of the show. Because I was like,
Exactly, or how to spell it properly. Because
Right,
we
right.
spell it FOREM, forum, you know, not UM. So yeah, that does hurt us as well. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm making it personal, sort of,
you shouldn't, you can't.
but it's not. It
You are
affects all of us.
you are for you to be upset is like a mic, like a link being upset that it's on the moon. Okay, did you understand what I'm saying? That's how we that's like you trying to find that red needle in a pack of red needles.
That
Yeah.
red needle.
That red needle. The shortest one. I don't. Okay, so that doesn't. Like I said, the only way to change it is for us to get our own and to continue to promote with each other, continue to help each other, continue also while we're doing it to make sure that each and every one of us are putting our best foot forward. Even like, yo, Paula, your background now is the bomb. Yo, I haven't seen your stuff is even cleaned up. I was like, yo.
Right. And promoting each other, getting, you know, other streamers promoting other streamers so that we create that unbreakable connection.
But here's the deal. But it has
so that we don't disappear.
Right. But it also, you guys have to be like-minded. So you're doing the same show. You all have the same purpose. You know what I'm saying? So that you're all going and walking to the same direction. You're all walking up that same, you know, up those same steps to the pearly gates together, and you're all on the same mission. You can't be here, and here, because the end result is you get all those people together, y'all do all of that. I mean, what's the end? What after you do all of that? What did you do to save the world? What all of us coming together, what was done that we did that would shake up the world other than, you know, we introduced them to some more celebrities. It's got to be more than this. That's all I'm saying. It's we think about it. It's more than this. When it's all said and done, you are more than just the characters that you play or the music that you sing. The person and the soul that's in Paula, in Jay, in Frequency, in Right on Dark, that heart that's in you, that energy that God gave you, He gave to no other. And we're supposed to do more than this with it. More than this, because when we do more than this, the billions come in, the floodgates open. Then we can build houses and make sure that we can build schools, and we don't have to worry about the infrastructure of Joe Biden and them, because we're doing it ourselves. We're fixing the bridges in the street and the water, because we've all collectively came together for the same purpose. Okay, one purpose is to make the money, but then what are we going to do after that? And we got to make sure it's not just let's all get together.
And I think that's what the Senate is saying to Facebook. Exactly what you're saying, Cassandra. It's not just about this one section that you're doing right. You have to fix all the things that you're doing wrong. Hello, she's still there.
Correct.
And there are so many, you know, when it comes to children losing their lives, to our elderly being, and just us as a people being given false information that is taking lives, risking lives, because the statistics show that 99% of the people that won't take the vaccine, it's because of something that they read on Facebook or another streaming network.
Yeah, that's stupid. I pick up a book. I still get the Wall Street Journal. I still read the New York Times. I still read the Post and the actual papers. You know what I'm saying? I read the Jewish Journal. Okay. I want
People
the
are
paper.
reading Facebook like it's those publications.
Right, exactly. You know,
It's
like
fact.
I'm mad I
Those
can't
are
go
facts.
pick up a Jet magazine or an Ebony magazine.
Not anymore.
Not anymore because of this. Because it made it so simple. Like, oh, because we made it easy. We made ourselves too accessible to them. And then we go, but if we're not too accessible, then we won't be famous. You see, so it's like it's six in one hand, half a
Most
dozen.
of my favorite actors, like Meryl Streep, isn't even on Facebook. I don't know. She's not on Twitter. I don't know if she's on Instagram or any of the other ones, but a lot of us old folk who've been in the game, I don't even use it to promote my stuff like I see everybody else using it, you know, because I'm old school. Promotions is not my job, you know. But society is telling me that it's supposed to be, and that's the point of the Facebooks and the Twitters. And a lot of my producers look at me like, why you don't post our stuff? And I'm like, you're a major network. You pay people to do that, but you got to do it too. And they take it personally. And it's not personal. It's just not where I, as an artist, am coming from. I have never been held accountable for my own publicity. You know, I remember everybody got so mad at Beyonce because she wouldn't promote she and Meg's record. She didn't, like, come on now.
No.
Yeah, because
She's
yeah,
Beyonce. She's
We're
on the
from
record.
that old school mindset where, number one, it's kind of egomania. Hey y'all, I'm about to be on blah blah blah. I'm on Ava's show, so y'all tune in. I just feel but y'all can't be looking at me because I'm still an artist. An artist, to be a great artist, you must have humility.
Yeah, it's just called the new wave now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's just a wave that
It's
a
the new
lot
wave.
of us have not been used to riding.
And it's
So
unfair.
either we jump on or we get pushed off.
But
We made the way.
It helps a lot of people out. Like, you know, far as like me, put myself in a position, like, you know what I mean? It helps me get in a better position. You know what I mean?
It would help me too, I'm sure, if I did it.
Right,
and
but
that's my question to you guys who are a bit more savvy as far as streaming networks and these apps go, to be able, like Cassandra was saying, take full advantage of what the app is offering. So then you get into a situation where we are right now in the Senate with this whistleblower lady, where we see the benefits of these streaming networks, but then we also, or apps or platforms or whatever you call them, but then we also see the ugly side, like Twitch, where they're having these raids where they go into Black gamers pages or homes or cubicles, whatever they are, whatever the name for them are, and they bombard them with hundreds upon hundreds of racial epithets and horrible, you monkey, don't play video games and stuff like that.
It's terrible. It's a gift and a curse. So it's like whenever you find a need, needs necessitate creativity. So like it used to be all the channels came from the major people. Like you said, you work with a major media outlet. They used to be the channel. So you had to go through them to get seen. As the internet got wider, a few people realized like, hey, ain't nobody trying to sign me. Ain't nobody trying to put me on the screen, but I got 5,000 Facebook friends. I'm just going to keep posting all my stuff to these 5,000 friends. So we create the wave. So the first couple times an artist or actor or actress was able to make major moves based off just the people they was connected to, the labels, the companies, the film companies started saying, well, we spend this amount on the budget for promoting. he ain't got no money, and he got more people looking at him than us.
Right.
We gonna start doing what he do. We ain't gotta spend no money either. And they started shaping the industry. That's when streaming came about. As far as music, streaming is really not for us, for artists. If you're on Spotify and somebody pays for Spotify, they pay $14 a year and they get to listen to all these different artists' music.
Okay,
But you
so
only get paid
let me pause you
pennies.
because you spitting so many pearls right now. Because first of all, if you pay and you got 150,000 followers, and somebody looks on your thing and says, "Okay, I'm being smart. I got a movie and I want to use this person because they've got 150,000 people." That's 150,000, times 10 of free publicity that I'm going to get because they'll just post something. And I'm thinking that's probably what my producers think. They'll get some publicity if we all post, but not in my case. The person in 150,000 people, all of those are robots.
Most of them are, yeah.
So
Most people,
those robots are not going to watch your show. So you're looking and you're saying, "Oh, I'm going to cast this person, or I'm going to give this person a deal because they've got 150,000 robots." Now, the robots will probably, I don't know if the robots have fingers and they can retweet. I guess they can. Or what would be the purpose of the robots? Is it just that?
Now, a lot of labels that got smart, people that got smart, they check the aneurysm of your Instagram. So a lot of them they can see what's bots, and a lot of them they can see what's real people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they
you
can
think
check the aneurysm.
you think producers are looking up, "Oh, okay. Oh, Mad Ryan's got 150,000 followers and Slow Beats has 1,600. Okay, I'm gonna go with Slow Beats because they're probably all people." No, he's not gonna call. Hello, are they really people or robots? That Mad Beats?
No, they can see it. They can.
It's like they exchange. You had to exchange with a particular rapper. I'm not gonna say his name, but I had to exchange. I had to exchange with him too. So if you compare his page and my page, his page got like 20,000 followers.
And I feel bad for him because you know what?
My page got like 5,000 followers.
But the algorithm is what's making him crazy. And that's what the lady was saying. They have figured out that people who are killing and going to jail repetitively are being bombarded by hate algorithms, which means that he's constantly bombarded with images of physical violence, abuse, and gang violence, which constantly has his mind in the mindset, just like she was saying about my mother. Everyone is against me. I can't trust anybody. All these people are lying, so much false information, and I believe that is what's happening to him and a lot of young people who are being bombarded by constant violence and negativity. And at the same time, they're looking at Facebook and Instagram and lifestyle comparing, and that is depressing.
That's the hood anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I was just speaking to like real numbers versus bots. So like if you compare followers, he's got like 20,000 followers. I got like 7,000 followers. But if I post a video, if I post a video right now, he posts a video right now, my videos don't shoot up to like 500-600 plays to those actual people that's watching my video.
So can the bots retweet?
Nah,
it depends how you set up your account or how you bind. Bots can like your stuff. Bots can't tweet, but they can like all your stuff.
Do bots have their own pages? Like Jenny Bot, Robbie Bot?
They got like ghost pages. So like if you got bots, they're attached to actual pages, but it's not a person. So the difference is like you can see it when you actually are trying to move something. If you got an actual product and you post it with a link, like, hey, you can get my product here, then you see who got bots. Because if your product ain't moving, it don't matter that you got 1,000 likes.
And that's my point. Yes.
You got 200 shirts you trying to sell. Like, so the difference is in when it's time to actually make something move. So when it comes time to where these people might say, well, I'm gonna give this person a product, and I'm gonna tell them. So that's what they do now. That's the hustle now. They'll hit you up and say, hey, we see you you got a lot of attention. We're gonna give you a free product, and we want you to post the link when you wear it. And then when you wear it, if it don't go nowhere,
the bots ain't gonna buy it.
Yeah, if it don't go nowhere, they'll never see you again.
You get 60 likes.
Okay. Thank you. Out of 150,000
100,000 followers, and only get 60 likes.
Thank you. And these people are falling for the okie doke every time. That's what I'm saying to you. I don't think any producer is looking up, oh, Joe Schmo, Freaky Beats. Let me see if these are all bots. Nobody's doing that. Frequency, are you taking the time to confirm bot from friend?
Yep, because I want to know if you real or you fake. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
No, you are.
If I go to your page and I see you got 1 million followers, and I click on your first picture and you got 18 likes, I'm gone.
Because you know the numbers.
It's not possible for you to have 1 million followers and only 18 people like that.
So it's a numbers game.
Not that ugly. Nobody's that ugly.
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
So if you've got a lot of followers, say 100,000, and you've got 16,000 followers, likes, then that kind of adds up, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
That makes sense. But if you've got 100,000 and you've got 3,000, does that make sense? Like, I don't understand.
If you got 100,000 followers, nothing is in the double digits. If you got 100,000 followers, none of your posts are in the 50, 60 like range. It doesn't. The law of averages just don't work that way. There's no way you got 100,000 followers and less than 1,000 or so is liking your stuff. If they real people, it's not possible.
Well, what if people just don't like your stuff?
They gonna unfollow you.
Right. So that's what I'm not understanding. If you got so many followers, don't none of them like your stuff?
Yeah, that means that they're not actual people. Because actual people got to see your stuff every day. So they only gonna not like it so many times. So they be like, you know what? I'm cool on this page. But when it's a bot, it's not a person that has to see it every day. It's not an actual person. So it's no attachment. They still gonna be there. You'll still have them followers. So and when you first get them, they like your stuff. But after a while, they stop liking it too. Like that's what's funny about bots. They just there. They placeholders.
Can you get a bot to like your stuff? Can you buy bots?
You can buy likes. Yeah, you can buy likes. Yeah.
Well, then it would make sense. If you've got 150,000 people and you buy 15, 16,000 likes, then every post you make, you got to spend money to buy some likes.
Man, I ain't buying no likes. If you don't like I just ain't buying.
And what is that? Does that do something for your career? Or is it the product you're selling? Or how does that?
A blue check on Instagram can do something for your career.
I got a blue check.
You know what I mean?
You verify it. Like this is the deal.
Career for 25 years. I got a blue check a couple days ago.
Right, and you know what it is? It makes it almost makes it seem like your life is insignificant.
Yeah, like all the hard work I put in.
Right, you
judge me. It's like.
And you're gonna put it all down to one little check.
People call you up. You know what I mean? They pay you $10,000 to come and do a walkthrough. You know what I mean? Off of that blue check. They pay you $15,000 to come do a walkthrough. Whatever they do, to host a party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, ain't nobody call me for that. I gotta
call you.
Yeah.
They call you.
Yeah, it's a gamble game.
That's what you keep saying. Frequency, people keep calling, and I have yet to. But then the pandemic happened.
Yeah,
because Frequency said he had booked a couple stuffs for me, and I hadn't even gotten my check yet then. But They just
You heard it
recently
now?
called.
I
Thank
get
you
it.
to the forum or frequency. Thank you. I guess because I'm more visible because of the forum, I just did get a check. But I
Well,
don't
I'ma
see
try to
how
get
it's
me a check.
affecting my checks.
You know what I mean, Jack? We
Your
got to
check
see if we
needs
can
to-
get a check now.
Yeah, your check needs to turn into a check
A
that you
check.
cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a check
Yeah.
don't mean check if it ain't
Or not.
attached to a check.
But
Fact.
don't be surprised somebody call you and be like, can you do a walkthrough? Or, you know what I mean? I'm telling you.
I would love it. But so then my question becomes, what's more important, the check or the numbers?
The check.
Yeah, probably the check, but
Oh,
it's all a gamble game. It's like if
Yeah.
it's certain people that don't listen to something until they get to a certain amount of plays.
Well,
But
how
that
come
check-
I be seeing so many checks and I be like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm watching Versus, it be so many checks. Scooby-Doo, Wada Whoop, Pee-Pee Cock. I'm like, who are they? And they be having big
Scooby-Doo
old
should have a
checks.
check. Scooby-Doo been around a long time. He
I
should
know,
have a
but
check.
Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
don't have disposable thumbs. How he typing?
You know what I mean? But that check,
He doing top tick.
See, with the blue
He's
check-
just marking the microphone.
I don't think it's the real Scooby-Doo. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, with a blue check,
imitation Scooby-Doo. I think it's somebody that stole Scooby-Doo's identity.
let me ask you a
Oh,
question,
no.
Miss Paula. Let me ask you a question. Say, for instance, me and you, we ain't Instagram friends, right? But if I DM'd you like, hey, Miss Paula, I
We
would
not,
love
I
to.
thought I followed you.
No,
I
no,
don't
no, no,
follow
no, no, no. I'm just giving you a scenario.
I followed you, Jay.
No, I'm giving you a
That's
scenario.
dope, man.
You know what I mean? Just say we wasn't friends and I DM'd you like, hey, Miss Paula, I would love to work with you. 9 out of 10, you probably skip it. But if I had a blue check and I DM'd you like, hey, Miss Paula, my name Frequency and I would love to work with you.
Well, honestly, people DM me and say that all the time. And that's not true, Frequency. You know me, because I know I'm like a flame and moths are attracted to talent. Talented moths
Okay.
is what I'm trying to say. I think I'm saying it wrong. Talented people
We
are
get the
attracted.
gist of what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's just like,
And when somebody reaches out to me, genuinely, y'all, I know it ain't nothing but God. And there's never been a time that because I respect that kind of hustle. If you want the game and you see the light in me and know I'm gonna give you the game and you didn't let nothing stand in your way from hollering at me, I'm gonna give you the game. You don't have to have a check. You don't even have to be Scooby-Doo. I
but see,
will.
you one of a million. A lot of people.
Yeah,
then,
you rare.
yeah,
you
you're
rare.
rare because
So you're saying that if you have a check, it helps you to get into somebody's DMs. Sorry, y'all.
hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the check is listed as verified. So that's what the check means.
Yeah,
So all the check says is that
But I
it's
just got the damn
verified.
check yesterday. So you saying I ain't been verified since yesterday?
I
No.
mean, you've been verified because
Oh,
you
you've
are
been-
who you are.
Frequency.
But-
no, I'm talking about on Instagram.
But there's official Paula J fan page, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't
that
there
just
official-
happened. Thank you. Yay. Whoever,
And
please,
so this is the thing. This is the
let me
thing with
know who
those
you
type of
are. You being so secretive. I'm your fan. I ain't
pages.
never.
People will make them pages and they'll reach out to people as you. People will make an official Paula J page or official Kurupt
And
page.
I think my
And
fan
that-
page
that-
be getting more
now-
people than I
now that you
have.
Now that you said that, Miss Paula, watch how many deals you get.
I hope so. But don't be looking at me like I've got the power in this moment. I have the power to give you the game, but what you do
Yeah.
with that knowledge is up to you. I have the power to make phone calls like my boy Frequency, but what happens from that phone call, only time can tell. Because this is the type of industry, like Nelly said, let me in, Bill Gates, let me in.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg let me in. You know, it's
Yeah.
like straight up, the door is locked. I don't care if you make a movie and it's good, ain't nobody distributing it. If it's too good, ain't nobody buying it.
Let's put your blue check to the test. Leonardo DiCaprio said, "Let's do a movie together."
I'm down. I met Leonardo. Tippy introduced me to Leonardo DiCaprio, Q-Tip. And
dope. I'm a big Q-Tip fan. It's dope.
me too. I'm a huge Tribe Called Quest fan. So I was like, nice to meet you, Mr. DiCaprio. He was like, nice to meet you, Paula.
What time we going on set, Leonardo?
Did you ever have a
That's
conversation?
what I was supposed to say. I ain't seen Tippy in none of his damn movies, so what the hell he gonna put me in one for? I'm just saying, I ain't seen Tippy in none. He might have been in one I missed. I don't know. I just don't think it worked like that.
Did you ever have a conversation with Kiefer Sutherland?
Yes.
Because I saw you in Phone Booth I watched Phone Booth the other day. I hadn't watched it in a while.
The Toronto Film Festival. We sat next to each other. They didn't fly me in. I was in Toronto doing My Baby Daddy, and they caught wind of it. And Colin Farrell sent a limo. That's my boy Colin. And to my hotel room, and they got me to the premiere of Phone Booth at the Toronto Film Festival right on time. And in the dark, they led me to my seat, and I looked over, and it was Kiefer Sutherland. And I was like this, like the whole movie. I don't even remember watching the movie. I was just vibing on being seated next to Kiefer Sutherland. And when my part came on, he was looking, and I saw him look over, but it was dark. And it wasn't until the lights came up and he bugged out like I bugged out. Like he was like, oh shit, my dick hand. Like he was so freaking cool. And his mom was there, and Colin's mom was there. And me and Colin's mom and Colin's sister and Colin shared the limo to the after party. And it was just really a phenomenal night. The moral of the story is, yes, I did get to meet Kiefer Sutherland, and he was just as impressed with that performance of not me.
As he should have been. The dopest part of this story was you saying him looking over and recognizing you, like, oh shit, I'm next to
he was like, that's you. Because when I first sat down, he was like, who they sitting? I'm Kiefer Sutherland. Who is this? They didn't put this black girl next to me. But I guess I always smell good. So I guess he was like, okay, well,
who's this brown sugar y'all?
Okay, who is this chitlin? I guess he looked me up and down. Like, okay, she could stay. And he didn't trip. But then of course I did say a silent prayer, because I felt him as Kiefer Sutherland, and the chair was left open for an actor. I'm sure he wasn't expecting my black ass.
That's even better.
He did give me a little shade, like, an actor is supposed to be. I was like, yes, sir. It's okay. But he wasn't like, bitch, get the fuck up out. He wasn't like security. He was just like, okay, she can stay. But yes,
because you smelled too good. He was like, let us stay. I like this.
Yeah, he was like, he was like, oh, okay, she can stay. But yeah, afterwards he did recognize me from on the screen, and he was very complimentary and very kind.
Paul, I have a question for you.
Yeah, man.
Because we went to a premiere together. I went to a premiere with you, and I want you. I don't remember the movie, but the premiere was so dope. But it's a picture, and it was in '99, and you had on this yellow, orange, and red dress and a yellow rose in your head. And it was '99 because it's a picture of me, you, Tony Smith, Jamie Foxx, Arnell, and Kim. And we were at what movie came out in '99?
Yes. And we went with
Tony Smith, and remember because I was working at Red Eye Records, and we had the limo and the whole night. And I think
my god baby mama was there, Camille.
Oh yeah, Camille's with it. Yeah.
Camille, remember Camille?
Because we all met because we left from my
My baby mama, and she brought her little girl, the pretty little baby, and I remember Shaquille was all in her face, and she was like 2.
But what was that movie though? But I
12.
just remember I have a picture. I have a picture with me, you, Jamie.
I don't remember. It wasn't Woo.
No, Woo, please, girl. Not you didn't do Woo in '99.
No,
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but it was a movie, and we
Was
all
it,
went, and it was
Was
fun.
it The Break? Was it The Break?
No,
No, was
The
it?
Break came out in '99.
No, it wasn't The Break.
I know you and Loretta was in that.
No, this was a big movie, and you had on this beautiful yellow. You know what? I know what the damn picture is, so I'm gonna just get the damn picture.
D, can you look up? It was a huge movie. Like, Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Yes, that's what it was.
Ah,
Why do fools fall? At first, that's what I thought. I was like, but what's she in? Why do?
And
Fools
that's because Vivi was in it. Vivi was in it. Remember, Vivi, Halle Berry.
Vivica? Oh, you talking about Vivica?
Yeah, Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Okay,
Halle Berry, Lorenz.
you call her Vivi. I call her Angie. So I was like,
Angie. Okay, Angie. I like Angie. Vivica was in it, and I played Vivica's best friend. And that's why it was such a high profile premiere.
look,
I see you. Look at us.
oh, that's crazy.
That's the crew.
I got another one. Hold up. I got another one. Because I was like, that's not the picture with Jamie.
So
Foxx.
that's Arnell Simpson, everybody, was on my one side because it's dyslexic and I get flipped around every time. So Arnell Simpson had on the blue, and Kimmy Nikki had on the other outfit, the puff.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you know what? This is tripping me out because I'm like, where the hell is the? But I'm gonna show you one
Kimmy's
more.
in Chicago right now. She's a teacher slash educator slash. Look at El Ray. Oh my gosh.
That was in '99 too. Look at how fat my face was.
Oh my gosh, look how skinny mine was.
Wait. I'm gonna bust you out with one more. Wait.
El Ray looks so pretty.
Hey,
Look at Tasha. Thank you so much, Kelsey. Because people be coming on acting like me and Tasha ain't girls. They be trying to act like, I ain't gonna say nothing because Tasha might. I'm like, that's my dog. Don't y'all know she took me under her wing when I first moved out here? Like, that's love.
Tasha Smith is one of Tasha.
Oh my God, one of her best friends.
Yep, Tasha and Sidra. Those are. Okay,
The crew.
The crew. But wait a minute. Here you go. I got one for you. Remember this?
Kelsey pulling all the OG rank out on us.
No.
Yeah, right.
No,
I'm over here like this.
No. You know what I'm doing?
Oh my God.
No, you know what I'm doing? I'm hitting her with all the pictures I would have hit her with if she would have showed up to the telethon on time. Okay? So when she showed up to the telethon, when she half-ass showed up to the telethon on set after knowing for a month she had.
Oh gosh, that's memories.
And then she showed up to the telethon.
Living the single.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jay.
Yeah,
Jay. We was talking about a movie, man. You know,
yeah,
and Miss Paula was trying. We might need some people. You know what I mean?
man. Hey, just say the word, man.
We
You
have
get on
fun
my
that
end.
night.
I got you on my end.
Had a
We
couple
good.
sponsors.
Yeah, that was fun. Hey, so Paula, have I talked to you since I've been doing my stand-up? Okay, so my hashtag is SSDMPC, which stands for I'm a single, straight, dyslexic, menopausal, pothead cougar.
Hey,
And I joined the
You
club.
calling out
I'm
again.
all those. What's the single part?
Well, you can't be an SSDMPC. I don't know what you heard about me. I'm an SSDMPC.
That's too many things. Can you say it again so I can memorize them? S what?
SSDMPC, single, straight, dyslexic, menopausal, pothead, cougar.
Too much.
You gotta take one S off, Paula. You not
I know. So I gotta write it down and make it a word like S-Pac. What would it be? Single. I'll take the single off. Straight. How about married, straight, dyslexic,
menopausal, pothead, cougar. Yeah, because
M-Smicker.
Oh, MSDMPC.
I'm an M-Smicker. MSDPC. So yeah, I'm down. I want to join the club.
Okay.
What we doing? What's our first rule of
okay, the first rule of SSDMPC Club is you don't talk about SSDMPC Club.
There is no SSMPC club.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm
what
with
club?
it. What
I'm
club?
down with that club. Oh shit.
Hey, Jay, where you
1021.
located at, Jay?
Y'all, why have we
I'm
been
in
on this
Mississippi.
dang on thing for
Memphis?
so long? And
Well,
I've
I'm
been
in
having so
Mississippi,
much
bro.
fun.
Like
Kosi,
20 minutes from Memphis.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
I'll be in Atlanta on Friday.
Okay, everybody plug their stuff.
I'll be in
Frequency.
Atlanta, Georgia on Friday.
Doing what?
I'm gonna check
We
you
got
out.
shows. French got shows. You know they started the Freak Meet back in Atlanta.
Are the ladies? I remember the original. See, y'all, I'm about to age myself. I remember when the Freaknik was just really a picnic for college students.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
they
that's
started
cool.
it back
We
there.
used to caravan from Howard to Atlanta and kick it with our high school friends and all our little puppy dogs. I remember this really, really pretty girl from Spelman. And she was the highlight of the Freaknik, the first Freaknik I went to my freshman year of college, and her little puppy dog. She had all her clothes on and she was beautiful. The next couple years I went, the highlight was
Got you.
butt naked, coochie out on the roof of a car.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
No,
it was the battle of the marching bands. It was a battle of the dancers. And it was the fraternity.
And the Greeks.
The Greeks stepping. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a freak neck. Okay?
Now it's just like prostitutes.
It's freaks. It's just freaking out. Look, I remember going to from South Carolina State.
Prostitute Nick.
Prostitute Nick. Ho Nick.
Toothnick.
Toot Nick.
So you remember the origins of Freaknik then, right, Kosi?
Yeah, it was supposed to be. It was a big cookout for college students.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We got together, they stepped, there was one section doing, you had your Maya Angelou section doing poetry. You had your fake rappers who was with the long hair over there and the stick.
All on just on a picnic. All on a long yard.
There was no mic, there was no sound system. You just heard the people's mouth or whatever blowhorn, the speaker that they had.
A whole bunch of biker shorts.
Right.
This was the year that Doing the Butt Spike came out. That was my freshman year of college. Hurt man.
Got you.
Ain't nothing wrong.
And when they say, and what's so funny is they say,
oh, wait a minute, wait. Shout out to Glenn Close for knowing that song.
You heard me, Jay?
Go ahead, Kosi. What were you saying before we go off?
They say Cassandra got a big old butt. You couldn't tell.
Oh yeah, Kosi got a big old butt. Oh yeah. He ain't say Paula or PJ because I never did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going. This is my first time ever going to experience it. The first, you know what I mean? So
Well,
they brought
you're
it
gonna
back.
have a lot of fun because it's a whole nother kind of part in there.
Well, I want to sing.
I know you do want to see, so I want to say. Okay,
I'm gonna see if I can make it down
where
there.
can we
Lincoln.
find you,
I'm gonna see if
Jay?
I can get down there.
What's going on in your world? Where are you gonna be this week? What do you got going on?
Oh,
Trying
man,
to get
so
it with
this-
me.
Yeah, so I'm finna see about linking up with Frequency down in the A right now. Like as soon as we get done with this, I'm finna hit them up. But I got new music out, man. Jada Street, check me out on all the streaming sites. I got new music out.
That's why we do this, motherfuckers. So this man can get on the mic with friggin' Fresh Montana.
Hey, that would be dope. We gonna work on me getting in the same building. We'll work on the mic later. But yeah, we're gonna get down there. Yeah,
I definitely got you. I will never leave you out, my brother.
Man, most definitely, this love, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
so that we may have a whole new story to tell y'all about next week. And we're gonna see what's
yeah,
going
next
Put
on.
it in the universe. I am melting. Kosi, where can we find you this week, baby?
Well, last week I actually DJ'd at the mall for Rebel Girls Rock for 1,500 people.
That's
Black
my-
Year, 100 Stories,
I
Black
have so
Girls
much
Challenge. So I did that. And Tuesday I'll be at 1425 South La Brea Avenue doing stand-up comedy at 7 p.m. And real soon you'll be seeing a billboard.
For what, baby?
Dope.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see. I'm with it. I'm gonna be looking for it.
I'm just gonna
Be searching.
Yeah, it's just everything that I've worked on for the last 12 years has been culminating to you'll see a billboard shortly.
Well, I'm
Do me a
following
favor,
you,
Miss
Kofi,
Paula.
so if I don't get to see it in person, make sure you make a post or something. 'Cause
Oh yeah, I'm keeping this real close. I'm keeping this real close because because I have to, you know what I mean? But and you got haters and stuff out there, and I just want when the reemergence comes, it's gonna be like, what? Oh, so that's what this bitch been doing. And then so that's what I'm doing. So but I'm just doing, I'm put like this. I'm living my best life. I'm living the life that God has given me, and I'm working in the purpose of all the energy that God has put in my soul and spirit, and it's gonna be amazing.
Sure. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's on this podcast.
And y'all can find me on Queen Sugar. I think we'll be coming up on my 5th episode, D, or my 4th. My 4th episode. I got 6, y'all, so tune in. I'm gonna surprise y'all. It's gonna be some stuff. Y'all, them some talented folk on that show. Y'all, them some talented folk. I'm sorry.
Well, you're a talented sister.
So many issues.
I know you either picking at your teeth or you're picking at spider webs. It's time to go. I'm leaving.
Sweat all over my nose.
Y'all be safe.
Don't forget the shout outs.
Shout out everybody from the podcast. I love y'all all. Shout out to my homegirl Cookie. I ain't talked to my homie in a long time. I want to give her a shout out. So,
Oh, he had to shout out his cookie. He ain't touched
That's
his
Kosi.
No, he's talking about
Kosi, not Cookie.
No, he ain't talking about me. He talking about
I said shout out to everybody on the podcast.
Our Cookie? You gonna do Cookie's podcast?
Huh?
What you say about Cookie?
I just gave her a shout out. I said
the whole
they come on
podcast,
the podcast for a while.
and then he shouted out Cookie. Yeah.
He's talking about taking somebody. He said he hadn't touched his cookie in a while. I was like,
I said I ain't seen Cookie in a while.
I thought you thought Kosi was Cookie.
No, I knew I wasn't Cookie.
I know you not Cookie. I thought he thought you was Cookie, but now I know he know you not Cookie. You Kosi, but he had a cookie.
He was sending love to his girlfriend Cookie because he had some cookies.
Cookie ain't none of his girlfriend, but Cookie is our Cookie. Okay, we gonna have Cookie come back too. Kosi, I am so glad you came back. I wish you'd do this more often. This was such a beautiful surprise.
I'm gonna call you. I'm back. I'll call you when this is over if you're not too tired.
Yeah, be safe.
All right, bye-bye.
But you can still call.
I'm not gonna call you. I ain't gonna answer.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye, y'all. See you next week.